When you're running a Star Wars campaign at your table, it's important to understand the galaxy you're playing in. The Core Rulebooks have an entire chapter dedicated to this info, so today we're starting a new mini-series, The Galaxy. In this video, we'll be covering everything that you need to know on the galaxy's hyperlanes, the deep core, the core worlds, and the colonies from the Star Wars RPG Core Rulebooks. So hyperspace travel is the backbone to any galactic civilization. Without it, a galactic-sized government or trade system just would not be possible. So how does it work?
What are you doing?
Light speed skipping. No! God, please, no!
Hyperspace is itself an alternate dimension that allows starships to travel faster than the speed of light. Even though it's an alternate dimension, that does not mean that ships can go in a straight line wherever they want. Large objects like planets or stars or even gravitational pulls can interfere or endanger navigation. Oh, and every planet and every star and object in this galaxy is constantly moving. So how is hyperspace travel even possible? The Great Hyperlanes. These are established routes that are constantly mapped and monitored by agencies of the galactic government such as the Republic or the Empire, depending on what era you're playing in. Updated star maps can be found at virtually any starport, and there's also lesser known and even illegal hyperlanes that also exist. And while using an established route is not always required, it is typically faster and less dangerous. The books then have a list of the 5 most well-known and greatest hyperspace routes in the galaxy, with lots of info on their origins and what they're often used for. The galactic map in the book will also show these routes and where they start and where they end. And there are some lesser-known hyperlanes in the galaxy which the GM can invent to fit whatever narrative that the players are going through. The galactic map in your book is very helpful with locations of where planets are. These books did come out before the sequel, so this map is missing those planets, which again, the GM can insert where they want as needed for the game. On to galactic regions, and first we have the deep core. This is an astronomically chaotic and star-packed region orbiting a massive black hole at the very center of the galaxy. Traveling through the deep core is extremely difficult, if not impossible, and it's very, very dangerous. There are only a few hyperlanes that pass through here, and they are heavily guarded Imperial secrets. The systems here are mostly uninhabited, with a few exceptions, and despite the location, it actually is a lot of history to be found in this area. It's rumored that this is the origins of the Jedi and the Force. Another system here, Empress Theta, is believed to be the original human homeworld, as well as it's commonly known as a producer of carbonite. In recent times, this region is mostly ignored, but Palpatine was very keen on trying to learn the secrets, and he eventually did, and he found some hyperspace lanes that he used for the Separatists to surprise attack Coruscant towards the end of the Clone Wars. Other information that he learned about this region, he kept a very, very tight secret, allegedly including killing off all of the scouts that actually went and explored this area for him. And one of his most well-kept secrets in the deep core is the planet of Biss. This is a planet at the end of the Biss hyperlane. Unknown to the rest of the galaxy, this is where Palpatine trains any new Sith, Darkside, Force users, or acolytes, as well as conducts some disturbing, unsettling experiments, such as blasting the like button. Do it, and your journey to the dark side will be complete. So the next layer out, you will find the core world. And this is going to be the governmental and cultural center of the galaxy. Every major hyperlane either starts in or goes through the core worlds. Because exploration of the galaxy started at the center and expanded outwards, the core worlds only have power and wealth to gain from expansion, and they remain the most powerful and wealthy planets in the galaxy. As you can imagine, this leads to the rest of the galaxy to think that the citizens here are snobbish, aloof, and elitist, and that is largely true. The people here mostly consist of humans, since colonization pushed out most other species. Typically, the Empire and humans in the core world are insular and xenophobic towards other species most of the time. While political and economic conflicts do happen, the core worlds are mostly unaffected by warfare, like what can be found in the outer territories. The people believe they are protected from such violence. This, however, was shattered with the Clone Wars, and one of the reasons Palpatine was able to use fear as a driving motivator to fuel the war effort. This is also a reason why core worlders are more supportive of the Empire and turn a blind eye to the darker atrocities committed, considering those acts to be just rebel propaganda. The core world's security is much higher than anywhere else in the galaxy. While pirates and smugglers can be found on these worlds, when they're detected, they're ruthlessly hunted down. For this reason, most people move to the outer territories so that way they could practice their trade more safely. Some of the systems in the core world include Coruscant, Alderaan, Corellia, Duro, and Kuat. In the next ring out, we have the Colonies. and this is the second most densely populated region. Exploration here started before the foundation of the Republic and even before hyperspace travel was even a thing. And due to this, with the limitations of communication and travel, a lot of the times these colonies broke off of whoever they were colonizing from. So think of like United States. When we came over here in the 1700s, we broke away from Britain. Same idea. And as you can imagine, that started a lot of conflict, so this was the basis for creating a galactic government. The colonies have some of the most wealthy worlds in the galaxy. Compared to outer territories, the colonies are an advanced powerhouse in both culture and economics. Despite the core worlders wanting to not admit this, the colonies believe that they are the economic forefront to the galaxy, combining both wealth and power with the raw materials that they can distribute throughout the rest of the galaxy. The development process for the colonies helped to advance galactic standards and laws, aimed at curbing abuses on both governmental and corporate levels. Most of this is due to major galactic struggles that would arise within the colonies. And due to this reputation that they have made for themselves, the Empire keeps a very strong watch over this region, using contracts to keep the region happy and controlled, which often benefits the major corporations as well. The people in the colonies are desperate for the core worlders' approval, so typically this means that they have a staunch support for the Empire. And while these things keep the colony worlds at check, it doesn't stop the growing resentment for the Empire bubbling beneath the surface. Some of the planets here include Catanoidia, Deveron, Fondor, Arachnia, and more. Next up we have the Inner Rim, the Expansion Region, and the Mid Rim. But that's coming in the next video, so be sure to subscribe. If you want notification for when that video goes up, be sure to hit the bell icon as well. And if this video was helpful, please do me a favor and blast that like button. It's free, it's quick, it really helps the channel, and it helps spread this to more people. And a huge thanks to the Patreon supporters. You all are amazing. I appreciate your patience with this video coming out. Life's been really crazy, on top of trying to take a little bit more time with this video to kind of make it how I want. So I appreciate you so much, and thanks to everybody else for watching. I will see you guys next time, but until then, and as always, may the Force be with you.